everybody, what's up? It's me, Diva X, and it is April 14th at 10:25. So there's a lot of things going on television, and like the new season of shit has come. I know last week I was complaining, or whatever week I was complaining about. Well, it had to be last week because I haven't recorded it in some time. But complaining about seasons ending and whatever. Well, okay, so television is picking back up, and we love it, and everything looks black. I am wearing a fucking dress with a brown shirt, but it looks black, but who cares at this point in time. I just look like a floating head with a lot of hair. That's fine too, because we like big, poofy, big hair, don't we? Yes, I do. Well, I don't know, but this side, it keeps like getting a little too poofy, but whatever, we'll talk about that later, or we won't talk about that at all, because it doesn't really matter. But anyways, television. Okay, so my new obsession, and I know if you guys started watching, it would be yours too, is the Braxton Family Values. Okay, they are the bomb.com. And if you guys continue, I mean, here's the thing. I love Toni Braxton. I have all her albums. I've been a fan since the beginning, and you hear about everything that's going on with her conditions, her child thing, her, the autism thing, and you hear them like, oh my god, poor Toni, and you don't really, you just kind of think like, oh, poor Toni, but this show so far, it's only one episode so far, but it's so good, and I think if you guys have the opportunity to watch, please do. At least check it out at least once, because I have a feeling that if you watch at least one episode, you're gonna want to watch them all. So it comes on WeTV Tuesdays. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Great. I can't really describe it, because you have to each character has their own like little story, so you kind of connect with one, or if not all of them. And there's the crazy one, and Toni, like, to me Toni's just like composed. She's like the grand diva of them all, and she's just like very like, well, I'm Toni Braxton. Like, she doesn't act like that, but like you can tell she's kind of just like, well, I'm Toni Braxton. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I imagine that anytime shit goes down, she just like, well, I'm Toni Braxton. Like, in my mind, she doesn't really do that on the show, but they showed a preview clip, and like, I guess there's like I don't know if it's an argument or what exactly is happening, but it's just like they show Toni, and she's like, well, it's like shit's going down. She's like, well, that's my cue, gotta go, purse, and she's like out. So I can't wait for that episode, because I don't really know the context of that, but that little clip alone is like, oh, I want to see what happens. But yeah, overall, and then like come to find out, one of the Tamar, which is the youngest sister, is married to Vincent Herbert, whatever, who is the one who is like Gaga's producer, which is crazy, because I didn't know that, and not that I needed to know that, but it's just like, Tamar's talking, and she's like, well, you got the biggest selling blah 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 blah, in reference to Gaga, and he's like, that's Gaga's career, and blah blah blah. He's like, well, why can't you get me singing hooks on Gaga's thing, like, it's just kind of like the dynamics there to like see the behind the scenes on even his side. Like, if the show's not about him, he's not one of the stars of the show, clearly, but like to hear what he has to deal with because of the fact that he's involved with Gaga, like even just from his wife, and like she's like they're flying private planes and shit, like he has like they say that he owns a very lucrative record company, and she's pretty much set, even if her sister wasn't Toni Braxton, because clearly she's filed bankruptcy so many times, but they all live a pretty nice life, it seems, with her in life being like probably even better than Toni's, because of the fact who she's married to, which Toni introduced her to. So I'm like, oh girl, Toni, you didn't mess up. But anyways, anyhow, so that show, Celebrity Apprentice. Okay, I don't know why my blog became like TV Central, but whatever. If you don't watch The Apprentice, the Celebrity Apprentice, whatever, you need to. I've been watching since the beginning, and I probably haven't talked about it because they wasn't making blogs for a while, or vlogs for a while, but it's insane. And if you have on-demand Comcast, go on Comcast on demand. They're 2-hour-long episodes. Without commercials, it's a little bit less, but watch it from the beginning. Miss Dionne Warwick, Star Jones, Nene Leakes, LaToya Jackson, and that's just the women's team, okay? Those are like the heavyweight champs that you want to... even the... I always never can say her name, but I'm going to say Mary, and I don't want to refer to her as the death one, but she's death. She's Oscar-winning, or Emmy winner. I'm not too sure which of the two. But she's even her, she's badass on that show. Like, you know, and so far my highlight is when Star Jones tried to whisper to her because, you know, she's deaf. Get it? Got it? Good. And then you go to the men's team and it's like Gary Busey, crazy. Meatloaf, crazy. Even I thought Mark McGrath was kind of like smoking something. And then, I don't know, there's other people. I mean, everyone has very interesting ideas. So that show, watch it if you can. And The Judds. Okay, I've talked about the Judds in previous videos because they are like a childhood obsession of mine because my mom like would bump. My mom was a big country buff back in, you know, back when I was growing up, probably around 6, 7, or 8, 9 maybe. And the Judds were like her group. And so I know probably all the Judds songs. I love the Judds, and I was devastated when they broke up or when they decided they weren't going to be the Judds anymore. And so to see them, and I'm really sad. I know I talked about the concert once upon a time here. I didn't go to their concert because I think I would have really enjoyed that, but it was kind of me at a Judds concert with all the country western people, like I didn't quite understand that dynamic, you know. So that's what happened. But their show started, which is a docuseries. It's not really a reality. I mean, it is a reality show, but it's more of a documentary situation, which I guess kind of works interchangeably. I don't know. I mean, they don't want it to be called a reality show. It's a docuseries, you know, that documents their journey on this trip. And the first episode, actually, the premiere was on Sunday, and they showed 2 episodes back to back. One was kind of like them getting ready for the tour, blah, 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 and one was them actually hitting the road in the first night of the concert. So hopefully, I mean, so far so good. I mean, I have not invested, but I have a interest in them. And I mean, even if you just kind of are a mother-daughter or, you know, appreciate a mother-daughter relationship and you see them because their dynamics are pretty interesting. And I've been, you know, even if you're a TV show, like talk show person, they've been on doing a lot of TV shows, The View, I mean, I just said that, The View, The Talk. They've been on a lot of different shows, and they've been discussing their family dynamic and some of the things that came out during the show. And it's, I mean, even that show, like, you know, it's kind of like with the family, with the Braxtons. You kind of relate to them, and it's really good. I mean, I say that the Braxtons is a reality show because I kind of have to think that at least Tamar is living it up for the cameras. I mean, I don't doubt that she's crazy as it is, but to be that over the top, I mean, I think she's kind of going for it. Whereas I think this one's more of a docu-series where, you know, it's, I don't know. I guess there's not really a difference, but they're just calling it something different. You know, Oprah doesn't want it to be a reality show. She wants it to be a docuseries. So, I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of criteria that makes it a docuseries versus a reality show, but who knows? I'm not trying to sit here and argue about it. I guess I just did, but who cares? So those are the shows that I've been watching. Of course, The View, The Talk. This new show, Happy Ending, it looks pretty cool. It looks good. I don't know. And then, of course, RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race. Well, I mean, you knew there were going to be 2 Puerto Ricans in the finale. We all knew that. I knew that when I'm like, one of them is going home because you could tell that it just wasn't going to happen. So now they have Raja, which is, I believe, the Raven of last season, and they have Manila, which is, I believe, Jujubee of last season, and then they have Alexis Mateo, who was, I guess, who was the last person? I don't remember even. Who was the third person? I can't even remember. Anyways, but I mean, you know, I mean, but consistently, they have been good. Those have been the top bitches, and, you know, they haven't. I mean, they're there. It is what it is. So I'm excited. Next week, I'm not too excited about this episode because it's supposed to be like a highlight reel and unforeseen stuff I will watch, but I'm not too like woo. But the finale, I guess, is the following week, and so that should be good. I mean, thank you guys for commenting on my last video when I was telling my opinion about who should win or who I think, whatever. Personally, now that it's down to the 3, I think either Manila or Alexis should take it. No offense to Raja, and I've said it many times, and it has nothing to do, so don't send me no hate mail. I appreciate Raja. I'm not discrediting her. I just think if you put either of the two that I mentioned just moments ago, Manila and or Alexis, next to the other drag queens who have won the next drag superstar competition, they fit. Whereas Raja does not fit in that, because I don't think that Raja has her own type of drag, and not to say it's bad, it's just a different type of drag. There's camp drag, there's femme drag, there's, there's different types of drag in her drag. I just don't believe, if it's RuPaul's Drag Race, trying to find the next drag superstar to fill her shoes, Raja does not fit that mold. To me, in my opinion, this is my video, and that's it. She's fierce. Not discrediting her. Let me state it again, because I know I'm going to get some emails or some messages. Raja is fierce. Raja should win. Raja should get, the praise and the credits that she does get. However, again, in this competition, looking at what I understand to be true to what they're looking for, and looking at what they looked at or what they were looking for in the past seasons, she doesn't fit that mold. Now, it took 15 seasons for a plus-size model to win America's Next Top Model. I think it was 15 seasons, or maybe 13, one of the two. So who knows? Maybe this season they're gonna be like, well, maybe we're gonna go a different direction this year. So, she's there, so why give her the opportunity if that's not what they were looking for? But she does make good television drag commentary, X, Y, and Z. So I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a lot of mail for that. I know that, but that's just my opinion. I appreciate anyone that does drag. I appreciate anyone who puts the effort into their illusion, and equal credit to all of them. However, in my opinion, that's how I feel. So that's it. Brittany and Nicki Minaj. Hello, can't wait. I do plan on going. I don't know that I will go. We'll find out. Tickets go on until April 30th. I don't know what show, but want to be there. So I really just want to go see Nicki Minaj. I wanted to go to her this other tour that she's having right now, but unfortunately I didn't want to go see the rest of them. And well, if Drake was on that tour, Mama would have been there, but he wasn't. So I just kind of well, I'm sure she'll be around again sometime soon. Well, here we go. So that's probably what's gonna happen. See you at one of those shows. For now, that's it for me, and thank you guys for watching. And it is 10:37, and I'm outie. Oh, don't forget to follow me, subscribe, blah 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 blah. You guys know. Thanks. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, UC Merced. Let me talk about UC Merced real quick, because I have a few more minutes. Thought she was done, wasn't you? UC Merced went great. I performed Beyonce, and I performed Nicki Minaj. Hey. And I think they went amazing. So I have a little bit of footage that I shot on my phone. We were coming out of rehearsal, or coming out of stage rehearsal. And it's, I in my mind was gonna record a lot more, but when things got busy, and it was kind of you don't have time to record the stuff that I really wanted to record. And we were in a different location than we were last time, which made recording a little bit easier, because we were not in a distance where we had to walk a distance to get where we needed to be. So carrying the camera, leaving the camera, it was just a mess. So not a mess. It wasn't a mess. It was just a different situation than the year before, where everything was centrally located. So I have a little bit of footage. I will put that up in a soon coming video, and that's it. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, work, hallelujah, toodaloo.